Have you ever wondered if your body is secretly trying to tell you something important, something about your future, even about how much time you might still have? After age 70, life changes in subtle but powerful ways. Many seniors think aging is simply about getting a few more wrinkles, moving a little slower, or forgetting where they put their glasses. But the truth is far deeper. Your body begins to send out signals, warning signs that most people either ignore or simply brush off as just getting old. What if I told you these signals could actually reveal when your health is in serious danger, or even when life might be approaching its final chapter? This isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to prepare you. Because here's the fact, after you cross into your 70s, your health is no longer just about avoiding colds or staying active. It becomes about understanding patterns, habits, and hidden signs that can show whether you're still on a safe path, or heading towards something you absolutely must avoid. And yet, many people go through these golden years without ever being told what to watch for. That's why today, in this video, we are going to reveal 5 of the most crucial signs that every senior should know. These aren't just random things, they are based on medical data, real-life stories from people just like you, and wisdom that could literally save your life. Think about it, how many times have you, or someone you know, said, "It's just part of aging," when faced with a new symptom? Maybe your feet swell at night, maybe you feel short of breath after climbing a few stairs, or maybe you've started losing weight without even trying. These little signals, these everyday things, are easy to ignore. But ignoring them could be the biggest mistake of your life. Doctors, researchers, and health experts have studied these habits and warning signs for decades, and the truth is clear: the earlier you recognize them, the more power you have to avoid tragedy and live longer with confidence. In fact, one doctor from the Mayo Clinic once said, "The most dangerous symptoms in seniors are not the ones that come with a loud alarm. They are the quiet ones, subtle changes that seem small but point to something big." That's why this video is so important. We're going to break down 5 signs you absolutely must pay attention to after age 70. These are not meant to bring fear, but rather wisdom. Because knowledge is power, and with that power, you can take control of your health, your future, and your peace of mind. So, whether you're 70, 75, or even 85, this is for you. If you are watching this right now, it means you care about your health, about your family, and about making the most of the years ahead. And let me tell you, you are not alone. Across America, seniors from New York to Los Angeles, from Chicago to Dallas, are waking up to the fact that they need to understand these hidden warnings. By the end of this video, you will know not only what these 5 signs are but also what they mean, why they matter, and how you can respond before it's too late. This is your chance to stay one step ahead of aging. Don't miss it, because sometimes, the smallest sign can make the biggest difference. Sign 1, unexplained weight loss. One of the first and most overlooked warning signs after age 70 is unexplained weight loss. At first, it might sound like a good thing. Many seniors, especially men, believe losing a few pounds without dieting or exercising is just their body cleaning itself up. But here's the reality. Doctors warn that when weight drops suddenly and without reason, it can be a serious red flag. According to the National Institute on Aging, losing more than 5% of your body weight within 6 months without trying is one of the most critical signals that something deeper may be happening inside. Why does this matter? Because weight loss after 70 can point to hidden conditions like cancer, thyroid imbalance, digestive disorders, or even heart failure. For seniors' older adults, metabolism naturally slows down, but the body should not lose weight drastically without cause. In fact, one study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors who experienced unexplained weight loss had a significantly higher risk of mortality within the following 2 years compared to those whose weight remained stable. These are not just numbers, they are warnings. Let me share a story. Meet John, a 74-year-old retired teacher living in Phoenix, Arizona. For years, he enjoyed his life, gardening, spending time with his grandchildren, and eating his favorite home-cooked meals. But suddenly, over just 3 months, he lost nearly 15 pounds, without changing his diet or habits. At first, he felt proud, telling his friends, "Looks like I'm getting fit again." But his daughter insisted he see a doctor. After tests, the doctor discovered early-stage stomach cancer. Because it was caught in time, John was able to begin treatment right away. Today, he says, if I had ignored the weight loss, I might not be here now to watch my grandchildren grow. This shows exactly why seniors must pay close attention to these subtle things. Losing weight might not always be dangerous, but after 70, it should never be ignored. If you notice your clothes feeling loose, your rings slipping off, or your face looking thinner without trying, this is not just about appearance. It is your body's way of asking for help. The right step is simple: consult your doctor immediately, share your recent habits, and request a thorough checkup. Sometimes the explanation is minor, but sometimes it is the body's way of shouting a silent warning. Sign 2: persistent fatigue and weakness. Another powerful warning sign that many seniors tend to dismiss is persistent fatigue or weakness. Feeling tired every now and then is normal, especially after a long day or a sleepless night. But when you reach your 70s, being constantly drained of energy, even after resting, can be a signal that something more serious is happening inside your body. Doctors emphasize that fatigue is not just a natural part of aging. Instead, it often points to underlying conditions that demand attention. According to research published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, older adults who reported ongoing fatigue were more likely to develop chronic illnesses such as heart disease, diabetes, or even early-stage kidney problems. Fatigue can also be a sign of anemia, thyroid disorders, or hidden infections. These things might sound small at first, but they can be the most critical signals your body gives you before something bigger develops. Let's take an example from real life. Linda, a 76-year-old grandmother from Denver, Colorado, always described herself as energetic and cheerful. She loved baking cookies for her grandchildren and walking around her neighborhood park. But over time, she started feeling exhausted even after short activities. "I thought I was just getting old," she said. But when her weakness grew worse, her daughter convinced her to see a doctor. The tests revealed that Linda had iron deficiency anemia caused by a slow internal bleed. By catching it early, doctors were able to treat the problem before it developed into something life-threatening. Today, Linda reminds every friend her age, never ignore tiredness. It's not just age, it can be your body's alarm. This story underlines why seniors must listen closely to what their body is saying. Fatigue after age 70 is not something you should automatically accept as just aging. Sometimes it's dehydration, poor nutrition, or even side effects from certain medications. Other times, it signals hidden illness that requires urgent attention. If you find yourself needing naps throughout the day, struggling to finish simple chores, or feeling weaker than usual, you must take it seriously. And here's something even more surprising: persistent weakness can also increase your risk of falls, which are among the leading causes of injuries and hospital visits for seniors. A tired body has slower reflexes, weaker muscles, and less balance, making everyday activities, like climbing stairs or even standing up from a chair, much more dangerous. So what's the best habit to adopt? Make sure you're drinking enough water, eating balanced meals, and consulting with your doctor if fatigue doesn't improve. Sometimes, just adjusting your diet, reviewing your medications, or improving your sleep can bring your energy back. But the key is, don't ignore it. If you're still watching this video and learning something new, type number 2 in the comments below. This way I'll know you're still with us on this journey. And while you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the Golden Age Wisdom channel, because the wisdom you gain today might help save your life tomorrow. Sign 3: unexplained weight loss. One of the most alarming yet often overlooked warning signs after age 70 is unexplained weight loss. Many seniors might feel relieved when they drop a few pounds without trying, thinking it's a good thing. But here's the truth: sudden or unintentional weight loss in older adults is usually a red flag. According to doctors, losing more than 5% of your body weight in a 6 to 12-month period without dieting or exercising is considered significant and requires medical attention. The National Institute on Aging highlights that unexpected weight loss can be linked to several underlying conditions, ranging from diabetes, digestive problems, heart disease, to even cancers that often go unnoticed until they reach a late stage. These things may sound frightening, but catching them early could make the most difference for your health and your life expectancy. Weight loss can also point to depression, loneliness, or loss of appetite, common struggles many older adults face after losing a spouse or close friends. Take for instance Robert, a 79-year-old retired teacher from Tampa, Florida. He always had a stable weight throughout his life. But over 6 months, his family noticed that his clothes looked loose and he had less interest in food. At first, Robert insisted he was fine, saying he was just eating lighter because of his age. When his daughter urged him to see a doctor, tests revealed early-stage pancreatic cancer. Because they caught it early, Robert was able to undergo treatment that gave him more quality years with his family. He later admitted, "If I hadn't listened to my daughter, I might not be here today." That story shows why every senior must pay close attention to changes in their weight. It's not just about numbers on a scale, it's about what those numbers represent. Your body could be signaling trouble with your metabolism, digestive system, or even your mental health. In fact, research from the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging found that unintentional weight loss is linked with higher risks of hospitalization and mortality among seniors. For some older adults, unexplained weight loss happens because food doesn't taste the same anymore, or chewing becomes harder due to dental problems. Others lose interest in eating after losing a partner, which can quietly affect their nutrition and immune system. But here's the important part: whether the cause is physical, emotional, or medical, sudden weight loss should never be ignored. If you notice your weight dropping without trying, you must bring it up with your doctor. It could be as simple as adjusting medications, improving your diet, or treating depression. But it could also uncover serious illnesses early, when they're still treatable. So here's the takeaway: after 70, weight loss is not always good news. Instead, it's one of those habits your body develops to tell you something is wrong. Stay alert, and don't hesitate to seek medical advice. Your health and your future depend on it. Sign 4: shortness of breath and fatigue. Another powerful warning sign after age 70 that seniors must never ignore is shortness of breath combined with unusual fatigue. At first, many older adults dismiss this as simply part of aging. You might think, "Of course I get tired faster now, I'm not young anymore." But the reality is very different. Doctors emphasize that while a little slowing down is normal, constant fatigue and breathlessness are not just signs of getting older, they are often signals of something more serious happening inside your body. According to the American Heart Association, shortness of breath may indicate hidden cardiovascular problems such as heart failure, arrhythmia, or narrowing of the arteries. These conditions reduce how much oxygen your blood carries, leaving you feeling exhausted even after mild activities like walking across the room or climbing a few steps. For seniors' older adults, this could also signal lung issues such as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, asthma, or even early stages of pneumonia. These things can quickly worsen if ignored, especially when your immune system is not as strong as it was in earlier years. Let me share the story of Linda, a 74-year-old grandmother from Austin, Texas. She loved gardening and often spent hours tending her flowers. But over a few months, she noticed she was constantly out of breath and had to sit down more often. At first, she thought it was just because of her age. But when she nearly fainted after watering her plants, her son rushed her to the hospital. Tests revealed early congestive heart failure. The doctor explained that if she had waited longer, the risks would have been much higher. Thanks to quick action, Linda started treatment, changed her diet, and now manages her condition while still enjoying her garden, just with a little more care. This story shows why paying attention to breath and energy levels is so important. Research from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who report persistent fatigue are more likely to experience functional decline and serious health problems in the next few years. It's not just about feeling tired, it's your body waving a red flag, asking you to slow down and get checked. Sometimes, the cause is not the heart or lungs but anemia, thyroid problems, or even undiagnosed sleep apnea. That's why it's essential not to guess. If you find yourself too tired to do things you used to enjoy, or if you're gasping for air after light activity, you must talk to your doctor. Even if it turns out to be nothing major, it's better to be safe. Now, if you're still watching this video and paying attention until this point, I want you to type number 4 in the comments. That way, I know you're still with me, learning, and taking these lessons seriously. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share this video from Golden Age Wisdom so more seniors can avoid these mistakes and live healthier lives. The truth is, your health after 70 is not about ignoring symptoms, It's about listening to your body's whispers before they turn into shouts. And shortness of breath combined with unusual fatigue is one whisper you cannot afford to overlook. Sign 5. Sudden weight loss and loss of appetite. The fifth and final warning sign that every senior must recognize after age 70 is sudden, unexplained weight loss combined with loss of appetite. Many people, even some doctors, sometimes dismiss this as a normal part of aging. But let's be clear, while changes in appetite can occur as you get older, dramatic weight loss without trying is never normal. In fact, it can be one of the most dangerous warning signs your body gives you. Studies published in the Annals of Internal Medicine show that seniors, older adults who lose more than 5% of their body weight within 6 months, without dieting or intentional exercise, face a much higher risk of mortality. This can point to serious underlying health issues: cancer, gastrointestinal disorders, uncontrolled diabetes, thyroid problems, or even chronic infections. For men, it may also be linked to hormonal decline or metabolic changes. These things can silently take away your strength and vitality before you even realize what's happening. Let's take the real-life story of Robert, 79, from Phoenix, Arizona. He had always been a strong and active man, walking every morning and enjoying meals with his wife. But over 3 months, he lost nearly 20 pounds without changing his diet. His family noticed he was eating less, often leaving food untouched, and he looked more tired than usual. At first, Robert brushed it off, saying, "Maybe it's just age catching up with me." But when his pants began slipping off his waist, his daughter insisted on a medical checkup. The doctor discovered early-stage stomach cancer. Because they caught it relatively early, treatment was possible, and today Robert is stable and back to enjoying light walks again. The twist here is that sometimes, the smallest changes you ignore, like skipping meals or feeling full too quickly, can be the first clue of something life-threatening. Seniors often think, "I'm just not as hungry anymore, that's normal." But behind that lack of appetite, your body might be battling a serious illness. And the only way to know for sure is through proper medical evaluation. There's also another surprising fact. Researchers from Harvard Medical School found that sudden weight loss in seniors can increase the risk of falls and fractures because it weakens both muscle mass and bone density. That means if you don't pay attention, even your ability to walk safely, keeping your feet steady and your balance strong, can be affected. Something as simple as skipping meals or not getting enough nutrition could put your independence and quality of life at risk. Now, if you've stayed with me all the way until this fifth sign, I want you to type number 5 in the comments. That way, I know you're one of the dedicated viewers who values your health and wants to keep learning. And of course, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share this video from Golden Age Wisdom, so more seniors can hear these life-saving insights. The truth is this: after age 70, life is too precious to ignore the subtle messages from your body. Sudden weight loss and loss of appetite are not just part of getting old. They are red flags that demand attention. By recognizing these signs early, seeking help, and taking action, you give yourself the best chance to keep living fully, with strength, dignity, and joy in your golden years. Final conclusion. As we come to the end of this journey together, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered. After age 70, life takes on a new rhythm. Your body, your mind, and your spirit are all speaking to you in ways they never did before. These 5 warning signs we have just explored: shortness of breath, sudden memory decline, loss of balance, chronic fatigue, and unexplained weight loss, are not random things that just happen. They are signals, powerful messages from within, urging you to pay attention, to act, and to protect your health while you still can. One of the most important lessons here is that aging does not mean surrendering. Many seniors, older adults, assume that weakness, confusion, or constant tiredness are simply the price of getting older. But science, experience, and real-life stories prove otherwise. With awareness and timely action, seniors can avoid unnecessary suffering, catch life-threatening conditions early, and even reverse some of the declines associated with age. Remember, your golden years are not a countdown to the end. They can be the most meaningful, peaceful, and fulfilling chapter of your life if you stay vigilant. Take the story of Mrs. Linda from Dallas, Texas, age 74. She once admitted that she ignored her body's signals for too long, thinking, "I don't want to bother anyone. I'll be fine." But when she finally decided to see her doctor after repeated dizziness and a frightening fall, she discovered she had untreated high blood pressure. With proper care and medication, her strength returned, and now she encourages other seniors in her community group to never ignore the whispers of their own body. Linda's story is a reminder that courage isn't about hiding your struggles, it's about facing them before they grow worse. And let's not forget the science behind it. Researchers at the National Institute on Aging consistently highlight that seniors who regularly monitor their health and respond early to warning signs live, on average, longer and with a better quality of life compared to those who ignore them. In other words, staying alert to these 5 things isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. So, as you close this video, I ask you to take action, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. If you've been watching all the way to this point, you've proven that your health matters to you. Now, carry that same commitment into your daily choices. Check your habits, listen to your body, and don't dismiss the signals that could change everything. And before you go, I'd like you to do one last thing. Head to the comments and type number 6 to let me know you finished this entire video. That way, I know you're truly dedicated to living longer, wiser, and healthier. Finally, please don't leave without hitting the like button, subscribing to our channel Golden Age Wisdom, and sharing this video with other seniors who might need this knowledge. You never know whose life you might save simply by passing along these words. Remember, after 70, wisdom is not only about what you've learned in life, it's also about the choices you make every single day to stay alive, strong, and in control. May your golden years be filled not with fear, but with courage, joy, and peace.